Sawadee Kap. May 3rd, beautiful Monday morning here in downtown, well, not downtown, but close enough, Chiang Mai. Medals and titles will not count when you get to heaven. I'm talking to you, Michael. Yes. But you may be looked over carefully for the sort of deeds that you have done. Yes. Carefully. It is a fundamental principle of Christianity and many other religions that in the afterlife, the only real measure of success will be how you have lived your life, not how much money you have accumulated. Whatever your faith may be, a good rule of everyday behavior is to live your life so that when it is over, you can take pride in the knowledge that you have made a difference in the lives of those who have known you. Fair enough. I'm with them. I'm feeling it. It is easy. Oh, it's easy. Yeah. In the crush. It's easy in the crush of everyday life to lose sight of the true riches of life, the things that really matter. Psychologist Ilona Tobin defines true success as giving and receiving love, having physical and mental health, enough wealth to provide you with options. That's a new one. Never heard that one before. Kind of like it. Enough wealth to provide you with options. Enough wealth to pay your frigging bills so you're not stressing out. And and the time to enjoy them all. Well, there you go. Not asking for too much. Give and receive love. Have physical and mental health. Enough wealth to provide you with options and time to enjoy them all. Yes. Ilona, my girl Ilona, I'm assuming Ilona is a lady, but you never know. Isn't asking for too much at all there. Just everything. Whatever your personal definition of success may be, make sure that it includes a healthy measure of the truly important things in life. Okay, well, I would argue, Senator, that goals and your definition of success, which drives your goals, is a very personal thing. So, healthy measure of truly important things in life, well, yeah, important to you, that you when you're the person setting the goal, not necessarily to me or Napoleon. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very personal deal, right? And once again, giving and receiving love. There's a lot of lonely people in the world that aren't receiving love. Can they give it? Sure. Might they receive it because they're giving it? Yeah, sure. Having physical and mental health. I mean, that's my goal, to have physical health. I'm working on it. One of my goals, my small goal, sub goal, whatever. But there's a lot of people who aren't healthy physically, especially in America. And mental health, so don't even get me started on that. This will be another fucking 40-minute video. Enough wealth to provide you with options. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. I'm going to have to think on that. My whole thing is enough wealth that money isn't an issue. You know, you've got bills. Everybody's got bills. You need a roof over your head. You need some kind of transportation. And it could be your feet, but usually some kind of motorized transportation to get in half an hour from your house or further, convenience. You need food. You need money for, medical, taking care of yourself. You want to have trips and things like that and enjoy life, but, you've got utilities, electric, water, trash, whatever you pay. So I've always said, enough money that money is not a concern, money is not a stress issue, money is not a problem. Because when you don't have money, I know and you know that it's a problem. So enough money that you have options. It's an interesting way to say it. It really is. And the time to enjoy them all. Well, there you go, right? Isn't that the trick? Isn't that the whole thing? Is to get enough time to enjoy that all? Because usually, if you're in the rat race, as Kiyosaki calls it, you don't have the time to enjoy them all. So that's interesting, the way that's phrased. So, yeah, you work hard with a plan, you achieve your goal, and then you enjoy the spoils of the life. Now, I moved here prematurely. I was actually planning on coming in the end of 2020, which is interesting because of everything that happened with COVID and all that. That would have saved me some money, for sure. But whatever, I came early. And as a result of that, I'm putting things in place now to set up more streams of income. Now, why am I doing that? Well, I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket, and you shouldn't either. And when you have, say, 5 streams of income, and a stream of income could be a single rental property. Understand, it's not, rental properties, plural, is one stream of income. No, each rental property is a stream of income. But if you have more than one, if you don't have a tenant in one at a given time because somebody just moved out, and the last tenant was an asshole and tore it up, and you got to replace the carpet and paint and maybe some fixtures or whatever, you're still getting some income from the other unit or other 2 units or other whatever, 3 units. That's why I said diversify, not all your eggs in one basket. But also, like if I have a rental property, which I'm selling mine now, I mentioned to you guys, somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse. It's high enough money that I know I can, what I call wash the money through the auction here. I can, I'm going to clear about 50 grand US, 1.5 million baht. So I'm going to be able to turn that into 2 million, 2.5 million, 3 million. It depends upon what I buy, what it sells for. But I should be able to double my money through the auction or close to it. So I'm going to take the profit from that wash and reinvest that into the car auction. So just let's, for simple numbers, say I turn the 1.5 million into 2 million baht here. Now I take that 1.5 million and I buy a condo in one of the, I call them party towns, but one of the tourist areas. And yeah, it's a lot of sex tourists, but not right now, but that's irrelevant. In the past, Pattaya, Phuket, Bangkok, in the red light district part of Bangkok, have had a lot of tourists. And I want to do Airbnbs in each of those places. Is Airbnb illegal here? Well, yeah, it's illegal in the States too, in a lot of places, and it's still there. So that is what it is. And when I buy, I'll make sure that the property will cash flow, even with it as a monthly rental, as a long-term rental, instead of just Airbnb. You always do that when you do short-term rental. Make sure the numbers work as a long-term rental, just in case. But Airbnb has been illegal or banned or not proper zoning since it started, and it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. For the first 9 years, the company doubled in size every year, and the whole time it's been having issues with being illegal, and zoned out and not popular and complaints and all that crap. So basically what I found when I was doing it in America is you double your income. If you were getting $1,200 a month from a given house, you can get $2,400 roughly from Airbnb. There's increased costs, there's increased management time, it's more of a pain in the ass, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, you wind up with about twice as much as you would have running it straight, monthly or on a year lease type of deal. So that's the plan. And like I said, by washing the money through the auction, whatever profit I make with those selling those purchases from the 1.5 million, I put right back into the auction and keep that business going. It's seed money for the business. In addition to I spent 40 grand on the one by 30 on the other, a little bit under 30, 28. So say 70,000 plus 320 for the truck, and then I did oil change, I did this, I did that, fixed anything the truck needed, fixed anything the bikes needed. So let's call it 400,000 all in. Say I'm 400,000 bought into the bikes and the truck. When I sell those, I should sell the truck for over 400,000 easily. I'm asking 5. But worst case scenario on that truck, I take 450. Though that's more than everything I've got in already combined. Say I sell the bike for 50, grand, the nicer bike, and the other one for 30 grand. That's 80 grand. So that would be like 530 I'll get back from a 400,000 baht investment. If I just made 130,000, and that whole 530 goes into bikes and trucks and like a storage area for them and things like that as the business gets bigger. Assistance to help me to do all this shit, go to the DMV and handle the paperwork, clean the bikes, change the oil in the bikes, blah, 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 blah. That money all goes towards that. In addition, now I'm going to be adding the money to that business from the profit from flipping bikes and cars, from the money coming in from real estate in America. Then the original money comes in and I go and buy Airbnbs, rentals, long-term rentals. So I'm going to be building wealth with the money after I generate profit. And that profit will be reinvested into the business on the bikes and cars. Right? Makes sense? And then same with my house. May 7th, I think, is closing for the rental, and May 11th is the closing for the house. So now we're talking a larger sum of money. And half of it's staying in America. I'm investing in a business, as I mentioned. I'm bankrolling a buddy, and he's going to start a business. And that's going to give me really good income, more income than I could have gotten from a rental for the same amount of money I'm investing in the business. So I'm helping a buddy out first and foremost. And the second, it makes sense financially because the return on investment is higher from the business, more risk, than from buying a rental unit. So that's where half of it's going right off the top. The other half is coming to me here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I'm doing with the money from the rental, which is wash it through buy a car, buy a truck, buy several motorcycles, whatever, 5, 10 motorcycles, whatever I get a good price on the auction. Fix them, sell, get the titles in my name, clean them up, change the oil, sell them. And then the original money that's coming from my house will be put into one or more properties here in Thailand. Same plan. Just, the only difference between selling a property there and buying a property here is it's going to go through the wash in the middle and generate more funds to then put back into the business. So that's the plan. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. All right, children, that's it for today, May 3rd. Speaking of my boy Napoleon, is this on? Hello? Is this on? Talking about getting to heaven, what sort of deeds you've done, whatever your faith may be. Live your life so that when it's over, you can take pride in the knowledge you've made a difference in the lives that have known you. There you go. Be somebody. Make a difference. Once you're successful, and even while you're trying to be successful, God damn, I keep hitting this thing, I'm sorry. While you're trying to be successful, it's not too early, in my opinion, to help people. So when you make it, you definitely want to help people, and that should be a focus of yours. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. I mean, not everybody's wired that way. Okay, fine. But you should definitely, repeated bumps. There we go. For all my OCD peoples out there, definitely, if you're feeling it along the way or once you're successful, I would definitely look into giving back, doing things for people who need it. There's people who don't have your skill set. There's people who don't have your determination. There's people who don't have your ambition. Once you've made it, it's cool to help other people out. Now, I prefer to help other people trying to make it in real estate, right? That was my thing, that's where I felt it. But you do, just like with your goal, you give how you want to give to who you want to give and how you want to give it. It's also a very personal thing, but you should give something back. I mean, that's just, once again, it's kind of the way it works. It's sort of the right thing to do, and I think you'll feel that once you got there. Once you got there, you'll be so grateful that you live a life other people can't or won't, that you want to try to help people as much as you can in that position. I think you'll find that. Maybe not. Like I said, very individual, personalized thing. All right. Great White Buddha. Peace out.